Good, MP.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin, and like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
There's Rose with the three, drops in the tray.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Williams is out there with Jang, and it's Hartenstein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for a report on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
Hey guys, well, all eyes will be on the challenge of facing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in this one, and he told me, I'm looking forward to it. I know Shai's a student of the game, so this will feel like a chess match at times. It's a test that we're both looking forward to. We'll see how strong his chess game is soon enough.
Great stuff. I know the chess pieces, but that's about it. Rose hits the bucket.
My goodness, that's just too clean a look. He takes full advantage.
Rose has gone 2-2 from three-point land tonight. Endures for the Timberwolves 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the try. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just slicing his way inside. No doubt on the finish.
Here's Rose. Gobert the pass to Rose. And Reed has it in the corner. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. Spins. Over SGA. No good off the front iron.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Naz Reid.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become the master at drawing fouls.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
That one drops. He ties it up. And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
He hits the second from the line. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
A young, exciting team. Okay, thank you, Shams. It's good.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Hartenstein up top. Dort finds Williams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And the basket by Edwards.
I'll tell you clearly, this guy has found his rhythm. He's attacking with confidence early.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather in... We have heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all three are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
DiVincenzo and Edwards are your perimeter players. And it's Rose. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. It's Beringer in at center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against Dallas just played phenomenal. He contributed 31 points and hit a high percentage from the floor and from the line. He had his fingerprints all over that game, affecting the outcome in a number of ways, guys.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
DiVincenzo finds Rose. Outside Edwards. There's McDaniels. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Yeah, McDaniels has made himself a legitimate option for three-point territory. What a look there.
SGA, no good.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
And finished off by Rose.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Here's Rose. Off with the layup. Thunder trailing by 12. Mitchell outside. Here's SGA. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points.
This guy is an absolute scorer from anywhere on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work in the mid-range.
Mitchell right side. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 10. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. McDaniels passes to Rose. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. And the basket by Ingles.
See, I think you want more of this from Joe Ingles. He has the size and length. To keep plays alive.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go. Over the strategy. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Minnesota. Reed comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Thunder also changing it up. Hartenstein's checked in for Wiggins. Zhang comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Dort in for Alex Caruso. Hartenstein passes to SGA.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
And the basket by Gobert.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Timberwolves leading by 12. Here's Rose. Banked in off the glass. He's got 13.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Connects from three-point range. Mitchell's got 5 now.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Timberwolves made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Outside, Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Dort's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, they need to shore up a few things. I mean, one of the things is rebounding, and they're just getting out-hustled.
And out-muscled and out-tussled. Can't let that happen to you.
Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout. And that is more than enough of a...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute. And this guy has done just that.
And let's check in with Ellen. And she's got the latest for us on MP.
Well, as I'm sure you've heard, MP's father is on the mend from a recent heart attack. The recovery is going well enough that his doctor cleared him to fly, and he's in the stands today. MP told me, quote, "Seeing him out there, that means the world to me, something I will never take for granted again." As wholesome an answer as you'll get, guys.
Well, we know his dad means the world to him. Nothing keeps you whole like family does. Hey, thanks for the report. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Zhang is out there with Hartenstein, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Oh, my goodness. The quickness of SGA, the burst. It's like a blur.
Here's Rose. And Gobert kicks to Rose. Score the basket is 8 for 13 from the floor.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water.
And that's a rugged play.
That's straight toughness.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And the dunk by SGA.
I love when Shai does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Well, clearly 2025 was a special season for Gilgeous-Alexander. Doris winning the league MVP and the adoration of many.
And obviously contributing to what was an historic season for Oklahoma City. They had the top seed overall in the playoffs. He averaged nearly 33 points on a ridiculous 52% shooting. This guy is the model of both consistency and efficiency.
And finished off by Gobert.
This guy has been a superb offensive rebounder. Gobert uses that size and positioning.
From about 16, doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Gobert finds Rose. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And he tries in, and Rose throws it down hard.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Williams passes to Dort. Now, here's SGA. From outside the arc. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Rose passes to Edwards. And the shot goes in. Edwards got his third basket of the night right there.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Baseline jumper. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Rose in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Williams outside. Screen by Hartenstein. Missed on the three.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Outside Edwards. McDaniels a screen on George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Reed. Late in the clock. He gets it to fall.
Oh, my goodness, a big target at the cup, the vertical threat that is Naz Reid.
Williams outside. Now SGA. Way outside, Gilgeous Alexander.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The response triple. Answers back.
This is the kind of fire J-Dub plays with. He loves coming back with a three to answer the one his opponent just had.
Fires the three. And it misses. Thunder trailing by 13. Now SGA. Drained from outside.
Some shooters might overthink a wide open shot. Not this guy.
Timberwolves have gone 4-10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. MP misses the three. Oklahoma City working against the clock now. Here's Dort. Gilgeous Alexander. Off target from outside.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Timberwolves.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Rose.
This guy's vision was on point all night. He kept everyone involved.
Outside Rose. Now Reed. Rose looking around. Reed with a screen for Rose. And he gets that one to go.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Minnesota winning this one easy. Some good moments.
A tremendous matchup tonight between two top MVP contenders, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and MP. SGA was great tonight, but MP, you were better. Walk me through.
Like you said, Shai was on fire out there. But you got to match fire with fire, Dominic. Luckily, back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it very much, Dominic. Thank you.
All right, we're here with MP. It's a nice VIP. MP's dad.
No, most people call me Matt.
Can I call you Matt?
No.
All right, Matt. What do you think of your son tonight, man? He make you proud?
Oh, man, I don't want to get too cheesy, but I've always been proud of him. No matter what he does, he gives it his all. And he's a genuinely good person.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, Xander, whoa. Let's mix it up. I thought this was supposed to be a lighthearted series.
Trust me, your fans are going to love it.
Okay.
A box office, baby.
Oh, come on. Hey, look, that's my dad for you. He makes the best diner food you ever had. All right. This is the third game in our MVP series, another important one.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Julius Randle.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
Once Reed saw he had room, he went right up with authority.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Harden and Dunn, they man the backcourt. Collins at power forward, Zubac in the middle, and it's Leonard in at the three. A couple of star-studded teams going head-to-head here, Clark. Is it all on the big names to win this kind of contest?
You know, many people think that's the case, but I actually am going to have the isolated camera on the others. As a certain guy would say, how much support will these stars get? That's going to be the determining factor.
And let's check in with Allie. She's got the latest on MP.
MP has a big-time battle on his hands with Kawhi Leonard. They're two of the favorites to take home the MVP award this season. MP told me pregame he loves competing against the player of Kawhi's caliber and that he's ready for the challenge. This will be good, guys.
Oh, yes, Allie. We're expecting a heavyweight bout. And so here are the Clippers, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Harden surveying the D. Will it go? Pass to Dunn. The three is up. Minnesota with a rebound. They're fresh off the win against the Pelicans.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Now here's Rose. Last game out, he had 44. And it's in there.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction. And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Harden with it. Reed defending. Leonard for three. Doesn't go for him.
Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
To the middle. Here's Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance. Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And with a pause in the action, let's check out the top shooting rookies from downtown this past month. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, B.A., way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
Edwards for three. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one.
You can't help but look toward their defense, and they're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
No one covering.
They knew this was coming. Harden can't just let that last 3 go. Way too competitive for that.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. From deep, Rose. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Dunn outside. Pass to Zubac. Outside Harden. 5 to shoot. Nifty move. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. This is a thing tomorrow play.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Miller's checked in for Reed. Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Anthony Edwards. Here's Beal. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Pass to Leonard. Over Clark. And that one's long. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 19-5 run. Back to Rose. Uses the glass on the layup. 10 points for MP.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Of all the accolades James Harden has racked up, what do you think he'll be most remembered for, Clark? Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against New Orleans really lit up the floor. He ended up with 44 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Great report there, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. It might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And so in the game for the Clippers, Dunn and Kawhi, they're the wings. Collins at power forward, Zubac in the middle, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot.
Strong move by Leonard that time. He knows exactly how to use his strength to get an advantage.
Here's Rose. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Inside. Back to Dunn. Randle with a steal. Rose outside. And he's going for the oop here. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
And the basket by Leonard.
Claw getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
MP scanning the floor. From the wing, Collins with the rebound.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
Leonard can't get it to go.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And it's Randle with the jam.
Just another way Randle can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
Harden, the pass to Collins. Here's Dunn. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Harden. Here's Dunn. Off target from outside. And so it's Rose who brings up the ball for Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin. Edwards gets the bucket.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Picks up his 3rd foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
McDaniels is checked in for Randle. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Beal's checked in. Dunn, the pass to Leonard. Down low. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Zubats doing major damage. Check that rim out, folks.
Now Rose. That'll count. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Ending the first half with an exclamation point. The three-pointer adding insult to injury.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 18. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
In Holiday, they get a guy who can do a bit of everything. What I love is that even when he isn't putting up huge numbers, he's still an impact maker.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, it seems like the entire Western Conference looked to bolster their front courts last offseason, and the Clippers were no different. Between trading for John Collins and signing Brook Lopez, they have substantially fortified their front line with size and skill.
A heavy veteran roster. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Anthony Edwards out there with MP. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Harden misses.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Collins. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
Whoa, did you see that? John Collins. A little bit of sauce on that slam.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side, so when they screen you, you get no help.
Puts up a 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Rose, the pass to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Back to Rose. Drives to the... Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. James Harden is very comfortable at the controls of the Clippers offense, and Coach Ty Lue said he sees the game how I see it, from a point guard's point of view, a coach's point of view, how teams are playing us defensively, how we can capitalize and take advantage of it. Back to you guys.
A tremendous IQ. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Here, the Timberwolves decide to talk it over. Well, Clark, for over a decade now, the Clippers have essentially been a staple in the postseason.
Yeah, B.A., they sure have been. They've only missed the playoffs twice since 2012. Staying competitive during that stretch, despite a great deal of roster turnover and some major injuries to deal with as well.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Collins at power forward, Zubats in the middle. Dunn and Kawhi, they're the wings. And it's Harden in at the point guard position.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
The 3. Dunn's shot is good.
When you're on your spots, you should be ready to fire, and just look at how quickly Dunn got that one off. Nice job.
Rose, the pass to Ingles. Back to Rose. To the paint. Ingles against Collins. Miller, right side. With the clock winding down. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Harden from outside. He buries it from 3.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
From deep, Rose. Rebounded by Dunn. On the wing, Harden. Collins outside. Leonard on the wing. DiVincenzo covering. Outside Harden. Lets it go from deep. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one.
MP, I know you're going through some personal issues. Ryan, back to you.
Thanks, Dom. And
I guess silence for the pregame playlist was the right move. You looking like the real MVP out there.
You ready for this? You gotta know yourself.
$5 difference. That's ice cold. I have no idea. that must be nice.
Hey, did you see the dog park over there? Hey, it reminds me.
So I'm thinking about letting the kids plan the next vacation.
Plan how?
Pick 3 destinations and then pick from the best one.